So, um, I said I was going to buy a bunch of colors that were more bright and warm to see how they look on me. Well, needless to say, my two favorite things are clear-cut autumn shit, like this this soft olive green. Oh my God, I love it. Look, so fucking cozy, man. This just feels very harmonious and very soft and nice. And sorry, my puppy is sleeping on all my clothes I bought. And this was described as brown, but let me tell you, this isn't brown, man. This is like a burnt sienna. It's got orange in it. It's like orange and brown, but it's like soft. Perfect fall color. I love this so much, man. So with all my trying to expand and try brighter, warm colors, I realize I don't look good in them. Like this looks clown shit. I mean, if I take the green off, because it looks real clown shit with the green, but it looks a little better now. I think in the spring I could pull this off. Like if I had my makeup with some coral blush, coral lip, and there was no darkness, I could pull this off, but you start to understand why at least the 12 palette system is the way it is. Why spring complexions are lighter or should be or generally are, because you start to realize, like, see, I bought this because I thought it was pumpkin. Pumpkin is basically a similar orange, but it's deeper and darker with more brown in it and red. It's like taken down. But this is a bright, clear spring coral orange, and you can see why it doesn't work on me. It's too light. Whereas pumpkin would have worked a lot better, right? And you realize, like, a lot of the difference, like there's a misconception autumns are like autumn colors are all gray and soft, but that's not true. You start to realize warm autumn is literally the same thing as warm spring. It's just the colors in that palette are deeper to support a deeper complexion. Like, I don't know, it just clicked looking at this. Like, this is just as saturated as pumpkin. There's just as much orange in it, except this has more white, and pumpkin has red, brown to deepen the color to support, to complement a deeper complex, right? Like, it's clicking. Like, that's why. That's why this doesn't work, because it's adding white. And all the spring season colors add white. It's just, lights. The lightest one is so light, it's almost a summer season. But even the warm spring adds a lot of weight. And I feel like this misconception will make a lot of people who don't work well with spring colors think they're springs. And another thing I see in reverse is people who don't understand the autumn palette is actually really bright, warm autumn. They'll be wearing warm autumn colors and then thinking they're spring colors. I used to do that all the time. Like I'd be like, because there's the really dated 4 palette system, which clearly doesn't work. But then most people who use this as a tool for color harmony, the whole point of it is to be a tool to find harmonious colors with yourself, right? Most people who do use the tool for color harmony use at least a 12 palette system, where you have, like, say, warm autumn, soft autumn, dark autumn, light spring, bright spring, warm spring, etc., 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 right? And anyway, because of the myth that every season in autumn is gray and soft or dark, like black and dark, I see a lot of people who are warm autumn like myself, and this is me included, because I didn't understand, and so I assumed all autumn is muted and boring and there's no color. And so what I'll see a lot of people doing is thinking they're wearing spring colors when they're actually wearing warm autumn colors. They just don't understand. This is a spring orange. Hold on, let me get you an example. Let me explain. This is a spring orange. It has a lot of white. It has a lot of white for people who have a overall lighter complexion. Their darkest points are not as dark as yours if you're in autumn. So their darkest points will be like their hair will be a light golden brown or a dark blonde or a strawberry blonde. That will be their darkest points. Or a light tan skin will be their darkest point with light hair. Some shit like that, right? So the lightness of that could grab onto their darkest points and look harmonious, right? This is more like an autumn orange. I mean, it's not really like you can go brighter than this in autumn, but you see how it's just as colorful. It's just this one has like dark added to it. This one has white added to it. And you can see that looks a lot better on my complex because I've got dark hair and medium light skin. So this is very saturated and very orange, but because instead of adding white, it's adding like brown and black. And now the balance of colors in my own complexion is being met here. If I had light hair, that would not be the case. This would just look too freaking dark. Just like this looks too freaking light. And I think this is where the confusion comes in, is people assume autumn is like gray and boring with no color or just a hint of color in gray. And that's not the case. It's literally the same colors as spring, just darkened for a darker complexion. I mean, you could wear whatever you want. You could wear this and be looking like a clown. But there are just as bright colors in autumn that you don't realize just look better on a deeper complexion, right? Like I said, another thing going on with a lot of people, and myself included, they don't realize a lot of the colors they think are spring colors are actually autumn colors. So I saw this one woman, right? She said that people kept saying she's an autumn, but someone finally told her she's a spring. She had lighter hair than me, but honestly, she looked more like an autumn, right? And the colors she was wearing were fucking bright autumn colors. They were not spring colors, dude. She had on like a muted coral. It was bright, but it was autumnal bright. And her lips were like a coral, but again, like a muted coral. It looked good on her, but it seemed to be because she didn't realize, like, dude, those are autumn colors, bruh. It's just you were clearly under the impression every autumn color is like gray, desaturated, like a hint of green on a base of gray. Like, that's not the case. And a lot of colors people be thinking are spring colors are actually autumn colors. What makes it spring versus autumn is the amount of white versus the amount of brown and black. Doesn't even have to be gray. Like the idea that every warm autumn or every autumn does well with gray is not even true. Like the softer types of autumns that are near summer, the softer types of autumns where they're mainly just soft and low contrast and not bright, but they're like neutral warm. Like, yeah, for them the dominant thing is to wear soft colors, but like if you're a lot like a spring, just darker, this is going to look better than this. I mean, you could wear whatever you want, bro. What do you think looks better, right? This blends real better, right? Let's be real. And keep in mind, this is not as bright. Like when I bought this, I was because I didn't want to go jump in buying spring colors. I wanted to go with like the brightest ones where they could be on the cusp. So I thought this was like a pumpkin. I thought it was like redder and darker, but nah, I got me some white coral bullshit. let me show you a few things I used to like I wore and think I look good in that I thought were spring colors that I now realize is autumn colors. I'm gonna get them right now. Things I wear frequently that I thought were autumn for the longest time. I mean spring for the longest time, and they look really good on me until I realized like I understood more about what the 12 palette tool is trying to achieve. I realized they are not spring colors. They're just bright autumn colors, and that's why they look good. So the first would be this shirt. It's a red coral almost. It's like salmony coral red. This color looks really good on me. And I said, this bright red, like that's a spring color. Like, no, this is absolutely autumn. You see how deep it is? And it's a little muted too, but it's bright. So I see a lot of people wearing colors like this and calling it spring. And it's like, no, that's your problem right there. That's an autumn color. Or this. For the longest time, I thought this was spring like. But if you look at it, the base is off white. It's got this blue green teal and lots of mustard and soft orange, soft yellow. So it's just got lots of warm colors in it. But this is autumn. For the longest time, I assumed because it's bright and there's a lot of color, I assumed this was spring. And it's got the light. No, this is autumn. This looks good because it's an autumnal color. Again, the myth is that every freaking fall color is like this. This is really soft and kind of grayed out, but it can also be this and that. Like there's a lot of color. Basically, the warm autumn palette is the warm spring palette, just deeper, right? Here's another one. This looks really good on me. Again, we have an off-white background with tons mustard yellow, but it's bright. This blue, this bright coral red, bright coral red. This is spring. This is spring colors, and it looks real. No, these are autumn colors, bro. You see how everything is softer, darker? It's bright but dark. Like the color can be very saturated but still dark, right? Do you see the difference between these colors? This has white in it. This is a spring color. This has even, this is an autumnal color scheme. It's a soft mustard, soft khaki, soft rust, soft coral. That coral is bright, but it's saturated, but it's soft. It's not neon bright, right? Like a lot of springs, like this is the kind of thing where it's like a lot of springs could wear this, but it looks better on somebody with my complexion, where there's more of a dark light balance, and you're not just universally light because the colors are dark while being bright and warm. And finally, this one. Oh shit. This is what the lady who was called an autumn was wearing, saying, I'm spring and I work well with spring colors. Like this is just not spring. Like you can pull up the warm autumn palette. They have corals in it, right? This is a soft coral. Do you see the difference? Do you see it? The camera is shit, but do you see the difference? This is a soft coral. It's bright, saturated for my complexion, but it's not bright with white like this. This is an orange coral. This is a pink coral. This looks real good on me too. And this is the kind of thing I wear. I'm like, I do so well with spring colors. And I realize, no, you're just calling a lot of autumn colors spring colors because you're under the impression every autumn color is boring and gray. And that's a big misconception, right? The warm autumn palette's very colorful, very bright. But, every time because again, the four stupid, primitive palettes that don't work, the 12 palettes work a little better. Like most people will get an idea of some colors that work for them if they use that and type themselves correctly. But because of the myth that autumn is not bright, not has no colors in it, and they're all grayed out and like that's only on the extreme near summer. It's like summer and autumn are together. That's only on that extreme near summer, where they're really not defined by being warm or saturated. They're just kind of light and soft. But they lean a little warmer than they do cooler, so they bounce around there, soft summer, soft autumn. But there's a whole rest of the fucking thing, and warm autumn, which is, by the way, more like a true autumn, is it's basically the difference between this and this, right? This is a softer coral. It's a little more muted, but it's still very colorful. This is a brighter, clear coral that has a lot of white in it that's very saturated. This has a touch more gray. This has no gray at all. This has white. This just gives the impression of being like deeper. Same deal here. Like this is not a spring thing. It's just not. I thought it was because it's got so much color in it. It's so bold and it's warm. But no, these are all autumn colors, my friend. These are all autumn colors. It's just, if you don't understand the difference between warm autumn one string is just a matter of depth of color, not saturation, not colorfulness. You're gonna be in a position where you're calling a lot of fun, cute colors spring, and you're gonna call everything shitty autumn because you don't understand how it works, right? And I see a lot of people doing that, like this lady. Like, I'm so glad I'm a spring. I love, and she's a lot like me in the sense, like, I like color. I like wearing color, and I look good in color. I don't jive with all this gray bullshit, right? The problem is she doesn't realize a lot of the colors she's picking are autumn colors. She's wearing colorful autumn colors. And the myth is that autumn is not colorful when it's very colorful. It's just colors are bright but harmonious with complexion that has a wider range of colors versus just being light like a spring. And there are a lot of, keep in mind, there are a lot of different typing systems. In some typing systems, warm autumn is spring. So you may see, and this is why you get a lot of confusion because you'll see some people saying like Beyonce's a spring or Beyonce's warm autumn. Um, Depending on what system you're using, they may be putting a lot of warm autumn colors as warm spring instead. But I feel the majority of typing systems, springs are light, right? So by definition, if you have more depth in your colors, you're not a spring in those typing systems. But if you're using another typing system where the warm spring palette is like the warm autumn palette, then obviously that would be called a spring. But I feel like the whole function of the typing system is to try to help you find colors that look good on you, right? So just because the warm autumn has a lot of grays, does it like grayed out colors? Doesn't mean those are going to look good on you. The question is, of all these color families, which one has the most colors that will look good on you? That's what you want to look for, not do a few of these colors look good. If I look at the warm spring palette in most inceptions of the 12 typing systems versus the warm autumn, no question, way more warm autumn colors look good, even if some of the warm spring colors also look good. And that's because the two palettes that are closest, so for me that'd be warm spring, would be my next best, would have a lot of colors I can pinch, right? I don't subscribe to the idea, like you see, again, because there's so many people doing their own thing. Some of the shit they're doing makes no sense. It borders on astrology like weird. Like I see some of these people saying shit like your personality is related to your colors. That's insane. That's crazy as hell. Some kind of weird color astrology. Like fucking I'm a Leo, I'm a swarm spring. Like what? That's crazy right off the bat. Another stupid thing you see people doing is saying your hair doesn't matter, which just defies reality. Like color, the whole point of this is to choose colors that the human eye perceives as harmonious and pleasant. So to say your hair doesn't matter and has no influence in your coolness or warmth or anything, or just your intensity of depth of colors is crazy. If you have, let me explain what I mean by this. If you have a neutral warm skin, meaning your skin, and most people have neutral skin, okay? The idea that everyone's warmer is not real. Most people have neutral fucking skin, okay? Like it may lean a little warm or lean a little cool. So in that case, what's going to throw it for you is your hair. You got to look at your hair. Do you have a cool brown hair or a golden red hair? Golden warm red hair. I'm a great example of this. My skin is warm, right? But what throws me to being very warm is my golden brown hair. It's got shit tons of gold in it. It's fucking got red in it. It's very warm. And my eyes are warm too. That's why I impress is so warm. If I had cool brown hair, I would probably not be a warm autumn. It's really that basic, right? And when I was coloring my hair, I stuck with the gold family. That's natural to me. So I was just basically, I could work with spring better then because I had light golden hair, golden skin, and olive green eyes. People saying like it's just about your undertone and not your hair, they're not appreciating the reason you look like a winter is not just because your skin's cool, it's because you have cool black hair. You have cool dark brown hair. If you did not have cool dark brown hair and your hair was golden, you would not be a bang on winter. Those colors would not be as because it wouldn't be radiating that cool contrast in your hair. And your friend who has like a softer hair color, it's not as dark as yours, but it's got a lot of gold in it, would not as bang on seem a warm autumn if she had a dark hair that was cool, even if her skin was just as warm. And honestly, her complexion is neutral warm. Like I can see a lot of coolness in her skin. But what throws it for her, that soft autumn colors look so good, is that her hair is lighter than mine, but also gold and red. It's common sense. People look at the whole you, bro. They're not just looking at your skin under a microscope. They're looking at the whole you. And all of the colors in your complexion are going to influence what colors look harmonious. So any color typing system that acts like your hair is irrelevant or doesn't change things is absurd. We can see evidence that it's absurd. Like take Dita Von Teese, right? Dita Von Teese is notorious for her radical transformation of her image. She was born blonde and light, and no way would black be like her best color. But what did she do? She dyed her hair cool brown, very dark, cool brown, so she'd look like a winter. She colored her eyebrows very dark, cool brown, so she'd look like a winter. And her skin is neutral. So with all that together, oh, she works really well in winter colors now. And you could see the results are very effective. Like it defies common sense to say like no matter what kind of hair, you're still going to be the same season. Like again, it's leaning into the astralification of this, like your personalities, your colors, you're always your colors. It's like you're saying in of yourself that um contrast determines if you're a winter or a summer, but you're saying you're always a winter, even if you go gray. That's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. I would say the one thing, and there is a negative truth in that you can't change your season thing when it comes to your skin, right? So if you have a skin that's very polarized warm, you're probably never going to look really good in cool colors, even if you dye your hair cool, simply because your skin takes up so much real estate. And if you are very polarized warm in that dimension, then cool colors are never going to look quite right. And if you choose a cool hair color, it's just going to look clashing. And you probably don't have one naturally, right? Because the undertones in your skin are the same undertones in your hair. So that's why it so happens people who tend to have a neutral cool skin also have a cool brown hair. And people who have a neutral warm or warm skin have a warm hair because the same types of melanin and colors in your skin are in your hair. So that's why they're naturally harmonious. I mean, I suppose it's possible for them not to be the same, but like usually the same if you the types of melanin you inherit are in your skin and your hair, so they're going to be harmonious, which is why hair, your natural hair, is a good clue what kind of undertone, what type of skin you have. So my hair is naturally golden brown, and I definitely have a neutral warm skin. But like I said, if I had a cool brown hair, I wouldn't be as bang on warm. I am person's warm because I got warm eyes, warm skin, and warm hair. So I'm warm. That's just what I am, warm. It's like, what are you? Warm. Moderate contrast, not too intense, not too soft. Moderate lightness. I got light medium skin, but like dark hair. Just warm. That's the only thing where it's like, oh, I'm definitely that. I don't have any coolness. My skin is neutral warm, my hair is golden brown, and my eyes is fucking olive green. I'm just warm. That's why when I'm choosing harmonious colors, they have to be warm. Because that's like the only thing about me that's like standing out. But like, um, yeah, there are these two ladies who do this channel called Color Class. They make the most sense to me. Like when the lady's an artist, which is another reason I trust her. And their reasoning makes the most sense. Like they're like, no two color palettes are exactly the same. You know, we use the season theory as a guide because it's so popular, but when we tell you the colors, we're looking at everything: your hair, your eyes, your skin. We actually consider hair the most. That makes sense to me. Like, I don't know if hair should take precedent. I think they should both be equally weighted. But what I'm saying is what they're doing makes a lot more sense than some of these other people. They're treating it like astrology, like your season is your destiny. Even if you go gray and your skin fades in time, is common in age, you're still gonna be a warm autumn. It's like that's like that's like someone painting a picture and I make orange and brown and then I put green on it, I'm still orange and brown. It's like no, you just changed the colors. Now they're reflecting in what the human eye is perceiving. You just didn't know. That's a lot like saying like you're your palette until you die. It's so weird. It's astrology like. And I think a lot of people are getting into this because, like astrology, it's pseudoscience nonsense to give you a sense of purpose, to make sense of the world, to be safe, to feel explain things. And I feel like it's a little creepy to me because I'd be seeing people do stuff like throw out all their clothes, just be like, I'm a spring and make it their identity. It's really weird to me. Like that's like if you took a class to learn about how to be a better artist, understand color harmony and art better, and you started to find identifying with color teal and making it your identity. Like that's kind of like these people where they transcend learning about color harmony and aesthetics to just be more harmonious and feel good from harmonious to like viewing as a set of rules, almost like an eating disorder, almost like a destructive political philosophy where it explains everything in the world, it comforts them, keeps things tidy and neat. And I see this happening. It's a little creepy. And that's where a lot of this absurd shit comes from. Like, you can never change your season because, it's destiny. It's like God. It explains everything in the universe. And personalities explained by season. That's fucking weird. That's why I like color class because the lady's an artist and she approaches it like art, like as if you were watching a channel to learn how to be a better artist. Like, no, I don't want you to identify with like make this your identity. Just explaining why this works, how you can use it to your advantage to create a harmonious aesthetic result you want. I don't think you should identify with your season or say your personality's your season. That's really fucking weird, dude. That's really fucking weird. Yeah.